So this is the Citysports electric treadmill. I've just purchased this, just had it turn up today. Thought I'd go ahead, unbox it with you. One of the things that the seller is marketing with this is that there is very limited assembly involved. So we should just be able to get it out of the box, plug it in and start using it. That's what I'm expecting. Great thing about this model is that it can be used in one of two ways. One as a normal treadmill, which means that you can have the bars to hold on to, or you can fold the bars down, put this under a standing desk, such as the one behind me, and then use it whilst you are working. So yeah, I'm looking forward to putting this through its paces, but let's start by getting it out of the box. Okay, so no surprises there in the box. We've got the treadmill here, which seems fairly well protected with the packaging materials. We've got some tools, along with some of the belt oil. If you've not used a treadmill before, then you'll want to just put some of this oil underneath the main treadmill belt itself. That will keep it running smoothly. Handy little remote control. The power cable, looks like the manual, and a couple of bolts, and what appears to be some kind of tablet holder perhaps. Now, one thing I will say is that this treadmill is quite heavy. It's over 25 kilograms. Now, that's not going to be a problem once it's set up because it will have wheels so you can drag it around when need be, but getting it out of the box might be better with two people. I'm going to try and do it by myself, but yeah, just be careful, okay? There we go. I'll just stand this up a moment. I feel like unboxing this has meant I've already got my first workout for the day anyway. And I've got to say, this feels to be really good quality. You know, for the price I paid, I wasn't expecting this to be the most premium treadmill I've ever seen. But I've got to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. This feels to be a good quality build. So I've just popped the treadmill against the wall for now. I'm going to get all the packaging tidied up. Okay, now I've got some space to work with. Let's lie this thing back down, shall we? But just to show you before I do, there we have the wheels in action, so it's a lot easier to move around. Then, okay, just a little more packaging to take off here. And now we have a couple of knobs on the side. So if we just loosen both of these, yep, this now folds up nicely and we can just tighten them back again after. So along with the remote control, we also have the control buttons up here as well so that we can start the treadmill, we can increase the speed, we can pause it if we want to take a break from our workout. The starting speed is 1 kilometre per hour, by the way. Now, while the handle's in the upright position, it's important to note it won't work when we plug this in without attaching this safety clip here. So the way this works, this magnet here just attaches under there like that, and then you put this on yourself, okay, onto your clothing. And that way then, if you accidentally slip, pull this off, the whole thing's going to shut down immediately. Down on the front of the machine here, we have the power button and also the 3-pin connector for the power cable. So I'll go ahead, get this plugged in, and we'll turn it on for the first time. Right, so I've got the treadmill plugged in now. I've got a display at the bottom of my feet with some various bits of data that's going to be given to me. I've also got a little display up here next to the control buttons that I've shown you. That simply shows me how long I have had the treadmill engaged for the current session. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that onto my clothes for now. And let's select start, shall we? See what this is all about. So 3-second countdown, and there it goes. Bit of a slow speed, obviously 1 kilometre an hour, but you can then go ahead and increase the speed with the controls here. It seems like this is going to have a good stride. I've currently got it to 2.5 kilometres per hour, 3 kilometres per hour, 3.5. I'm not sure what the max speed is, but I think 3.5 kilometres an hour would be a good starting walking pace for me. Of course, if you need to slow down, there's a button to do that as well. So right now, I've been going for just 40 seconds, and there is a calorie counter on the bottom display as well, which is obviously not going to be very accurate, but it gives you a rough idea as to the intensity of your workout. But I've got to say, this is very comfortable. It's not too hard under my feet. I'm not wearing shoes or anything right now. I've just got my socks on. It doesn't feel slippy at all. There's a good bit of grip here with the belt itself. So yeah, I think this is going to perform really well. I'm going to go ahead and stop for now because the other thing I want to show you is the stand that I showed you earlier. So that, I assume, just clips down into here. a little bit stiff, but at least once that's in, you know it is going to support whatever you put on here, your phone or your tablet, whatever the case may be. So yeah, that's handy. It's got a nice non-stick surface to it as well. So I've just clicked start again. We had that 3-second timer just to tell us that the treadmill is about to begin at 1 kilometre an hour. And straight away, I've upped the speed to 3.5, which I think is going to be a good starting speed whilst I get used to actually using this particular machine. But just before we finish off, let's go ahead and disconnect the safety connector to see exactly how quickly this treadmill stops when that happens. And I'll just finish off by saying thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Here we go. That is quite sudden. Yeah, great if you fall, you're not going to get caught on anything.